what's the most difficult thing is creating the desire, right? Creating the desire. And this is often why a lot of people has to hit rock bottom. It has to go to the very worst, that whole situation, fight or flight, to the position where they can't, there's no more place to run or hide. And unfortunately, a lot of people, when they are faced with that, right, it's dark. It's a dark place, and they, instead of making that change in their life, they choose the other. So we have this high rate of suicide and so forth, right? In these great times, in these most prosperous times, we have a high rate increase of suicide in our youth. This is horrible, and it's fear. Fear. See, the question of free will has been debated by philosophers and theologians all throughout history, right? The idea of free will, right? And we can we talk about that endlessly. But my point that I'm making is, whether there's free will or not, the one thing that you have the free will. You have the will. Instead of free will, you have the free won't. So you have the free will to say no, to not do what people expect you to do, what it is predetermined, what it is that we were nurtured, or how we were raised, or what our DNA, or what our tendency, what our social influence, what our parental influence, conditioning, whatever it is, social conditioning, that molds us in doing, thinking that we're going to do one. We have the power to go against that and not do that and say no. So that is our true power, actually. It's not the free will to do, but the free will, the will to say no. Right? And what does that mean? That requires courage. See? That requires courage. That requires then you facing up to your fears, etc., in order to have courage, right? And then when you're not under that stress, then you have clarity of mind. And now you can think independently. And you see, even though everybody's doing what they're doing and you don't agree, now you have the opportunity to say no. Because I'm not doing this to please anybody. I'm doing this not for popularity. I'm doing it because I believe in it, and I believed in the power of the human spirit, and that yes, each individual can transform themselves to be better, and all we can do is try and help. It doesn't mean that I can change people. I used to think that I can. Now I don't. That's not me. I can't change anybody. Only God, only Christ can change anyone, really. Okay? But we need to show the way. We need to support. And if they, and try, because that's the right thing to do.